Hello everyone and welcome to the Indie Crew channel. I'm your host Platt and today I'll be showing you the underrated gem that is Post Void. Be warned however, if you suffer with epilepsy or are sensitive to flashing images, I'd advise you to steer clear from this video and the game itself. Post Void was initially released on the 6th of August 2020 on Steam, with ports later coming to the PS4 and 5 along with the Switch. The game was developed and published by YCJY Games. It costs a grand total of £2.49 or $2.99. Anyway, let's get into the review. The story in this game is sparse, to say the least. From what I gathered, once you beat the game you reach the Void, which is a land of silence and peace. Anyway, this game is about the gameplay, so let's get into that. The second you press the play button, you are instantly thrusted into the gameplay. In your right hand you have your pistol, the standard weapon in this game. It packs a fairly decent punch, and in your left hand is a severed head called the Idol. It serves as your health bar. It's full of an unknown liquid which slowly drains over time. If you get damaged by enemies, chunks of the liquid spill out at once. The only way to refill the idol is by killing enemies. If the idol runs out of the liquid, a 3-second countdown clock appears on the screen. If the clock runs out, you'll die. The game is split up between 3 acts, each with 3 levels, with an epilogue at the end. At the end of each level, you are given the choice between 3 random upgrades. These can range from new guns like an Uzi and a shotgun, and even a knife, for all the Brits out there. There are also upgrades for reload speed, getting a bigger idol, which is just increasing your health bar, to even being able to run extremely fast when running backwards. I found that the best combo of upgrades is the shotgun along with the explosive and bouncy bullets for ultimate damage along with the big idol. Each act introduces new enemies to fight against. Act 1 has the businessmen. They're your typical gunmen, they do a fair chunk of damage, and the second enemy is a weird little blue blob, which the community for Post Void has dubbed the Flamingo. They run at you and try to bite you, but they are only a threat in large quantities. Act 2 introduces 3 new enemies. A giant flesh wall, which only serves to block your path. The drones, which can huddle in groups and storm you. These can be really deadly when paired to the last enemy Act 2 introduces, called the Crying Mouth. They are stuck to the walls, ceilings and floors of the level, and they work as turrets that fire streams of bullets at you. Act 3 introduces the final 2 enemies. The Bulb Hand, which is only a flashbang that blinds you for less than a second, and an upgraded version of the businessmen now sporting fresh white suits. They have the same amount of health as the normal businessmen, but the white suits pack a serious punch. The epilogue consists of a mostly straight sprint through the woods. Although this seems peaceful, the woods are packed with enemies. Oh, and if you die at any point in the game, you gotta go back to the very beginning, including the epilogue. The gameplay loop is amazing and provides great replayability. You sprint through the levels at muck speed, with a slide being able to go even faster. The hectic speed of this game makes it possible to beat the entire thing in 5 minutes, although due to the toughness of the game it will probably take at least an hour of attempts, but that is incredibly skill dependent. Post Void has a great soundtrack with a total of 1 whole song. Yes, I know that sounds underwhelming, but trust me, Carl Flodin delivers such a hectic, loud and brash single which fits Post Void perfectly, although the song does get draining to listen to after an hour of failed attempts to beat this game. The art style in this game is hard to describe. It's violent on the eyes, but it's also one of the most unique art styles I've ever seen. And for that, I love it. It fits the chaotic gameplay and the brash soundtrack incredibly well. However, the art style really does numbers to the eyes. I wouldn't play this game for a prolonged period of time, especially if you have sensitive eyes like myself. However, there are accessibility options in the settings. I give Post Void a very well earned 8 out of 10. It's definitely worth the £2.49 price tag. Overall, I love Post Void. The gameplay, art style and soundtrack make the game feel like you've taken way too much LSD. Thanks to Silver for the incredible thumbnail, and if you enjoyed the video, please consider joining our community Discord server. Both Silver's channel and the Discord server can be found in the description. Have a good one.